I saw this today, an EPA certified stove. I've always been a fan of burning wood. It's a renewable energy source that you should not be ashamed to burn as long as you're not abusing this resource. People have burned wood for thousands of years for industry, food, and warmth. Standalone stoves or fire inserts can burn a range of fuel from coals, pellets, or natural gas. There are standalone stoves that are not EPA certified though. What dictates if a stove gets an EPA rating is its emission or fine particles. Here's a chart showing the differences of emissions in different units or scenarios. The numbers to be concerned with are the 244 pounds of annual pollution from the uncertified stoves versus the 97 pounds of air pollution from the EPA style stoves. The emissions go all the way down to the electric heat, which is labeled zero annual pollution, which is technically not true since the power plant alone is producing the electricity. Should be counted also, but I get it. This is per household. A regular wood stove is reliant on how long the heat is retained in the firebox itself and how much heat can be lost before expelling out the flue. The heat, of course, being lost to the room. This is achieved by stalling the fire in the upper fire blocking or the ceiling of the fireplace itself. An EPA certified stove is different though. In this particular stove, the heat is forced through a catalyst which burns off more fine particles before reducing its emissions. This is the same principle as the car's catalytic converter. What's important is that the damper must be used diverting the gas away from the catalyst until the ideal temperature or burn is reached before it goes through the catalyst. Otherwise, it can clog or damage the catalyst. This is because at startup, a fire is at its most inefficient. It hasn't balanced out the fire triangle yet, which means producing more smoke than anything. Shock is also a factor when it comes to these catalysts because most are made from ceramic and can easily break. Also, since the catalyst is being superheated, in theory, will give off a little more heat, so you should be able to get a longer burn time per log. A regular fireplace gets about 1 hour burn time per log, while an EPA stove can get up to 2 hours per log. Also, when the catalyst stove is running efficient, you can hardly tell there's a fire burning at all based on the outside chimney gas. This chimney is a 2-part walled insulated stainless steel flue, and when the flue is up to temperature and holding its temperature drafts very well. It's also important to check that the glass is the original Pyrex glass and all seals are in good condition. Usually these stoves are efficient enough that an exterior or flue damper is not needed, but purely based on the intake damper. If the insulated flue is drafting too well, a flue damper can be added though. This is a very nice stove, and I wanted you to know that sometimes you're not looking at just a metal firebox, but maybe a special stove like this one. Take care.
Subscribe to our channel and we'll keep you in the loop.